Might be swole as hell.
What up, people? What up? What up? What up? We are coming to you. Unfortunately, not live. This is pre-recorded, and we talking sex on the first date. I am your host,
in your podcast.
Don. To my right, your left. Welcome to all the listeners out there in podcast world, wherever you're getting your podcast from. Reese, Veda, Isaiah, Pac-Man.
I got a mic stand.
We in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Mic stand.
Yeah, I mean, we in the building.
We inside.
And like I say, we talking sex on the first date.
Have it.
I'm trying to recall back to dating and if that was an issue.
What that was like 99.
What you mean if it was an issue?
25 years ago for you.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't remember. I put it like this. I don't think I was mature enough to call it dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I was just out there.
Yeah, but it's not so much dating. Let's say you get up with a chick for the first time. Y'all go to the movies. Y'all come back to the crib. You smash.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. You smash.
Yeah.
On a
Regularly
washing machine
scheduled
on the back
programming.
porch.
Yeah.
Do you value her the
Didn't work.
same next day compared to the girl that you didn't smash?
It depends on post-nut clarity. Real talk.
That's actually a thing.
Real talk.
It was funny when he just threw it out there, but that's actually a thing. Yeah.
Real talk.
Like, do you? Is it one because you starting to judge the girl, or two because you haven't smashed, so you still lusting?
I think for me, it's like sex on the first date. I'm not gonna declare it's a must, but it's a must. But it's like one of those things, man. It's like it's the end all be all, because that was the whole, you know what I mean? As a man, sex is really the goal. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Is it the
in the
ultimate
beginning, off site.
There is no ultimate.
Is it the ultimate
In the
goal?
beginning, no, it's not the ultimate goal. You know what I mean?
What's the ultimate goal?
The
Finding
ultimate
your
goal
partner.
is
Gotta be
family,
love.
a
Love gotta be
a
the ultimate goal.
partnership, trust, honesty.
At
you know what I
21,
mean?
22?
At first,
Some people have it.
glance, you
Some
know what I
people.
mean? Some people have it.
Some people have it early.
Either way,
I think it's a
Not
level of
even shit.
maturity.
But
Nick
yeah,
still with his
it's
wife
just-
from high school.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
but it's just like one of those things. It's like, you know what I mean? It's the first initial sight thing for you. It's like, oh, I gotta smash. Now, sex on the first date. You know what I mean? At the post-nut clarity, if my feelings differ from once I first saw you and what I felt in between that date, yeah, I feel different about you after.
And I think this is where our age show difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely had a different
hell yeah.
answer.
I think it's
definitely
why-
had a
That's
That's what I
different
was trying
answer.
to say. Yeah.
I think our age
it's a
show different.
maturity. It's a
But
maturity level.
I'm listening to him, and I think I felt like that at one point.
Mhm.
Like it was smash, 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 smash. You know what I'm saying? But then now it's like I don't know if it. I don't know if it affects the way I look at her. I think it's an accumulation of things. It's like if I smashed, the way she talked, the way she walked, not walk, but just the way she carry herself. How about that?
Yeah.
The way she carry herself. You know what I'm saying? It kind of all plays into, do I believe this is a normal routine, or do I believe that the chemistry got us here? Like it was just, we had a great chemistry and it just led us here.
Yeah.
Or is it like, yo, it depends, whoever, you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
Whoever she
I
feeling,
think
she
it's that.
probably
I
smash.
think it is. I think it's like the vibe. Like,
Yeah.
some women, I mean, they're able to keep your attention away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you could go out with someone and they can keep your attention away from, like you say, if y'all vibing, y'all having a good time, and then you like, oh, I could see myself seeing this going on a second date with this
Mhm.
person. A lot of women, like, the conversation stems around sex sometimes, and then it's like, well, shit, now you got me thinking about it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And they
Yeah.
don't realize
It's provocative.
Uh-huh.
It's very
Yeah, it's very, very
Yeah.
Because
provocative.
how many times you done been out on dates and be like, and I don't
I do
fuck
this.
on the first date. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And you
oh,
like, oh,
really?
now I'm finna try to crack on the first date. You know what I'm saying?
Not only
Because
that,
you
like I
said
went
that.
to a breakfast date this morning and we were just talking about like vacationing and just like wiping stuff off the hit list. And
Right.
she was
Mhm.
like, yo, I never fucked on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Or I never had sex on the beach. And I'm just like,
63rd Street,
You know.
right over there.
That's what I said. That's
It's cold to the motherfucker out there though.
Yeah, well, women-
I was saying, like, oh,
women-
there's plenty of beaches in Chicago, but she was just like, you know, I just want to be like,
A lukewarm dick trying to.
yeah.
clear. She was speaking of clear water, but I'm just saying she brought up the sex idea, and then I started sexualizing her. Started looking at her shape, her hips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I talk to
Women,
her like,
saying,
women do
yeah.
that on purpose. They always they don't realize they always bring up sex. It's not always a man. They always bring it up. They always do that.
It's to be in control.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. Like,
E-
think it's a
even if
control
it's
thing.
yeah,
I think
that's
it's a
part of the
control
control thing.
Mhm.
They probably try to deter it until let me
Yeah.
talk about sex before he talk about it.
Mm.
Let me talk about the do's and don'ts.
Mm.
Let me tell you what I'm adventurous.
Yeah.
Mm.
You ain't never noticed like the more you don't initiate, like if you
Didn't I
meet
just told
someone,
you I got dumped for not initiating?
you got done for not initiating.
What?
Did she try
The
to
therapist.
initiate?
Remember I told you about the therapist?
Oh,
Oh, she was
yeah.
she was playing mind games with you and shit too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't make her feel like a lady.
Yeah, I didn't make her feel like I was
like
that
that.
into her. I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Were you?
I wasn't as into her as she thought as she would like for me to be.
Right.
And for me nowadays, I'm never into anyone.
Mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always a gradual process because I'm past the big booty,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, smash because I know I can. You know
With
what
that
I'm saying?
even in
Yeah.
mind though, would you is smashing on the first day still something you agree with?
Smash on the first date, of course.
Okay.
I think it's just, but I think it's mood basis for me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm in one of those moods and somebody come over, whoever the victim is, the victim. It's the first date or the 10th date. I'm going after it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know, and so it's like mood. So if I'm not gonna say not in the mood, but if it's not, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not feeling that way, you know what I'm saying? Then it doesn't necessarily have to leave that way. We can have a good date, a good conversation, a walk or whatever the case,
Yeah.
and I'll be cool.
I feel that.
Yeah, I think now it's it's about maturity level. That's why your answer different from Isaiah.
Mhm.
I think at this point where we dating, we know what we want and we know what we've been through. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, at this point, sex is not the top 3 box to check right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Check, you know, you're having sex, and women now,
Yeah, because you
it
know you
reminds
can
me-
get it.
you
know
know,
what I'm
and
saying?
that's what it
and,
is.
and women now have the mindset that they want to try before buying too.
Mhm.
Then they need to realize that that's in the fucking area that we are is actually speaking to. But even to speak to the whole question about sex on the first date, it's always going to be wherever that moment takes us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So
Because the game, to me, the games are a turnoff, right? Like when women try to do that mind manipulation or try to, you know, that play hard to get, you know what I'm saying? Like that, when you get
Yeah.
a certain age,
No,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when
It's
you
like,
get
sure.
that age, yeah.
you get
For sure.
tired of like, listen, either we gonna, you know what I'm saying? You would,
Do it or let's stop talking about it. We can talk
Exactly.
about something
Yeah,
different. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, let's stop playing with it.
and ladies, y'all need to realize as a man, like as a 40-year-old man now, like literally sex is not the type priority to get anymore. We're not 25 and have to have as much sex as we want now.
Mhm.
Like at 40 at this stage, it's like
Mhm.
we trying to establish connections too. Sex is not even necessarily icing on the cake, but it's gonna make that cake taste better. Right?
Now,
I
I just
mean,
want to interject with that one
yourself.
for
You
I
old
mean,
man.
no, we
No,
know
no.
we gonna have sex, right?
no,
Yeah,
I
that's-
agree
That's
with
why,
Batman,
that's why I
but
agree with
And
it.
that's
right
why I
we-
said-
we are speaking about us. There are some guys that I still know that still chase that shit like it's worth.
Like,
Oh, I see what you're
fixed,
saying.
You know what I'm
it's the
saying?
first
I'm just
time
like,
again.
yo,
Yeah, but-
like,
Okay,
why you
okay.
chasing your bag?
With that being said, hold on, so Batman. With that being said, what type of lifestyle do these guys live? Right? There's
Yeah.
no way they can live a full father lifestyle,
Yeah.
a full job lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
and still
I
be chasing.
agree. That's what I'm
It's
saying. I
because
agree.
they don't have too much time on their hands.
They
Yeah,
don't
too much time
in the
for
streets,
something.
or
They
they're
I'm just
still
like,
young,
bro,
or whatever the
at
case
this
may be.
age, hell,
Because they don't have. I mean, they don't have. They have the time. You know, even if you're on the streets, you have the time. Like if you selling dope, you can have time to go over to Tamika house and do something. You know what I'm saying? And still come back outside and finish selling dope.
Now I want
Or
to.
you gotta get
answer
to
your
work and
question.
things of that nature.
You said, what'd you say to Isaiah? Well, you said it, and then Isaiah said the post.
Post no clarity.
Plus
Yeah.
that clarity. That
What'd you
coin
say?
that phrase.
Do you
That's a great
still?
phrase.
What did you say? You said, do you still like? How do you view?
How
them?
you feel afterwards?
All right. So, first of all, if I'm dating, you know, I personally, I don't even like. I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool on that. I'm just out to have a good time. Let's have some fun type shit. You know what I'm saying? whether I hit it or not, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not from you, it's gonna be from somebody else.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm out here dating you, let's see where this go. Let's see if it's a connection. Let's see if it's if it's real. You know what I'm saying? But if you bringing it up, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But after the fact, I think we like sex is an act for us. It's not an emotional thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I kind of disagree with that.
For me,
For-
you know what I'm saying?
You think
For
it's
me,
emotionally
if this
Acting,
is
crying
this
after
is the
sex.
day, if this
I
is the
probably
day
did.
one, day one on a date is not an emotional thing.
Nah.
It's an act. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like washing my hands. I ain't even thought about that shit the next day.
We can't discount that. Like
I'm talking about the first day. The
I mean,
first
yeah,
date,
even
you
first
ain't
day,
never
yeah.
like Vader said. You went out, you went to the movies, had a good time, eat, and you come home and you crack, bro. That's an act.
Easy as breathing.
Yeah, that's an act. There's no emotional connection because I haven't.
Yeah,
we haven't.
I-
I kind of agree with Don though.
you're probably thinking it at a different level of emotion
What you
connection. I'm
mean?
not saying like you synergizing with that person and stuff like that, but if we doing within the act, we are connecting with that person.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
Yeah, so it's not like, hey,
But I'm not.
this it's not a wasted. It's not wasted movement. It's not wasted energy in that moment. It is something that's going to be emotional, especially if it's like good sex or if she can take you to different places that you never gone.
Okay.
So we not going in there just going to Pound Town and then like, all right, get
Right.
up, put your
But-
clothes on.
But do you look at them differently after though? Like
That's,
Nah,
that's the
okay.
point I'm trying
if it's
to
Nah.
the
Only
first,
time I look
if it's the
different-
first day, 'cause
Nah.
you got to think about it.
Back then, yeah.
emotion, right? You
Back
don't be
then,
thinking
yes.
about like, okay,
Now, no,
First of all, how many dates you been on? And
no. I don't even ask them questions.
No,
I don't even. I wouldn't even care.
I'm not
Me
saying
too.
asking. I'm not saying asking. I'm saying it might go through your mind.
No.
because it's you ain't. It's nothing to the imagination. So you might just be like, well, this is a real promiscuous person. You know?
No.
what I'm
No,
saying?
I don't.
Nah, I
think,
don't
I don't
think
think of that. Like I
I
said,
wouldn't.
I don't know.
now-
I think I'm on the fence.
I ain't saying it would. I ain't saying she is one. I'm just saying like.
think, right,
you know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
I'm on the
just figured
fence,
she
though.
That's
wanted to
something
get
that
that
would
out
be
the way.
playing through your.
I
She
think
just wanted to get that out the way.
for me,
Like Pac said, you
I
just
don't
try
know.
before you buy. She wanted to get that out the way. I wanted to get it out the way.
I don't
You
know
know,
if I
you
can
brought
see
it
it like
up,
that.
so it's like,
Yeah.
all
I
right,
don't
fuck
know
it.
if I can see it like
no,
that.
I think the only
Mm.
way that you look at somebody different if the sex is not on par of what you expected. That's the only time you look different. to
Do you
them.
have expectations?
Okay,
I
but
do
do
not
you
come
like?
in
wanna
with
have- you want-
Do
you
you
wanna have
are
good
you
sex?
are you like
You want an
interested in
orgasm?
somebody
You want them to orgasm?
and you got high hopes? Y'all
You don't
get
care
up,
about that?
you smash.
Fuck y'all orgasms.
You had the same amount of time that
Hey, I'm coming in for a good time, not a long time.
They in the Don racing and shit like Mario Kart shit.
I got shit to do.
I gotta go work. I bet you got like.
Hey, you brought it up.
Ah.
You brought it up. I wasn't talking about this shit. You brought it up. You got the same amount of time I did.
What you said?
Damn.
That's not a new nickname. Here for a good time, not a long time.
The Flash.
I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say, man. No, like if you like you had high hopes for something and then you smash right away.
High hopes
Do you,
what?
for the woman, like let's say, okay, I can see myself dating this woman.
Okay.
Y'all ain't went on a date yet, right?
You haven't went on.
haven't
a
went
date.
on a date. Maybe you met her at the gas station.
I bet,
Y'all
I
had a
bet.
couple conversations or whatever. You like, okay, she look good. We got good chemistry, blah, blah. She comes fly, like, oh, I'm over in your neighborhood. I'm leaving such and such. I'm gonna come stop by and see you, whatever.
Yep.
She come by one night,
Yep.
y'all sitting here chilling.
Yep.
You run through that, right?
Yep.
Cool. Now, do you look at it the same way, like she's girlfriend material, or do you look at her like she probably done slid a couple nights before?
How long? How
No,
long?
I don't think
would-
about that.
I
Well,
don't
see,
think
that's the
about
thing.
that.
How
don't.
how long? When you said
I think we still on the first night.
this the
We
first
talking,
night,
we talking first date, y'all
First
hang
date.
up. First date, y'all hang out.
Right.
No matter how many conversations y'all had on the phone or whatever, the first day y'all hang out, you cracking, right?
I think it depends on what her follow up mood is like.
Maybe.
You know what I'm
maybe.
saying? Like if she
Maybe.
on some let's be together
Maybe.
follow up type mood, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Isn't that a defense
See,
mechanism from women though? That's just
I
like
don't
if after you have sex, they
What
try
if
to
she just got up
compensate?
and was ready to leave?
Hey, I don't
Wait,
care.
I would
Me.
like that.
Leave after.
No, I'm saying, but like,
Do they make them
but
like
like, you know what I'm saying? They don't. But when they, but
They
when
be trying to
like she
stay.
get up,
They
and,
spend a night
yeah,
bags.
definitely. But like, let's say you did smash,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
5 minutes after y'all smash, y'all whole bathing at the sink or whatever. And
No,
she's
it's
like,
a
oh,
shower.
okay, well, like I gotta be at work in the morning or something like that. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So is it like,
Where you work at?
do you like think of it as like it's a hit and run kind of thing? Like she's frequent at the hit and run.
All right.
I still think I would take it far as like the next
As an activity.
no well
I don't know. I think I'm judging.
I would
You said what? B?
I think I'm judging right after.
I still think it's an activity. I still don't feel it was just an act. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Like you want to have you want it to be good. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But it depends on what her movement is the next time we link up.
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
Let's do this too. Like, how long y'all been talking before y'all went out on
He
a
said
date?
this was the first date.
We
No,
not
I
really-
said how long you. I ain't talking about just me,
Mhm.
because I mean, come on now. You can meet somebody at the
Today.
mall and go home and crack. You know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
meet somebody at the club and go.
I'm
home
just
and
going
crack.
off his example.
I'm speaking
Yeah.
of, if you get a number, phone number, whatever y'all
Right,
talking.
you get a number. Let's
let
say
it
y'all
go
had
a couple weeks. Y'all just talking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all having
even if y'all
numerous
talk 2 weeks,
conversations.
right?
yeah.
Let's say if y'all had
Mhm.
2 weeks and in that 2 week time span, y'all talk 3 times a week.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, everything is not equal. I think it's different if versus what he's saying, meeting somebody at the mall, cracking it, and they leave, and you don't feel no attachment to her, you don't
Mhm.
even care or want to
Mhm.
keep her. Versus what you said, you don't establish something with her over 2 weeks. Talking
Yeah,
on
2
the phone.
weeks. You
You know
talk
what?
on the
so?
phone.
I-
Yeah, hell
And
yeah.
I think if the first time y'all hang
what you
out, y'all have
establish?
sex,
That's what I'm saying. Like I
2
think
weeks
that's a
over the
woman
phone?
thing.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I'm
you ain't
thinking
established
something.
nothing. I'm saying,
Yeah.
what would you
I'm
establish?
thinking- I'm thinking that's a-
conversation. You don't have conversations.
Through
Y'all don't-
conversation.
they know a
Mhm.
little bit about you and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And if y'all have sex, y'all have some familiarity,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
that's
you know what?
I thought that women think like
that's
that.
why I'm gonna say I'm gonna differ with that because I'm a person of quality, because it's like, you know what I mean, you don't know the quality of that nature of that relationship might be, because this person might be of great quality, and you know what I mean, afterwards you know what I mean, y'all just hit it off real good. You got a good conversation, and this person really wants you physically, like you really want them physically, and it's like, you know what, I've actually had that happen. Somebody tell me, you know what, we're gonna do this anyway, so what's the difference? We do it now or later on.
Right.
And it's like, you know what I mean, we vibed. You know what I mean, this person was giving off cool aura, you know what I mean,
What is?
gone. But you know what I mean, in between that time, it was like, bam, you know what I mean, I cracked. All right, now this person is, you know what I mean, over here cooling, making food. We watching movies. We downtown kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Have a good conversation, still on and off. You know what I mean? It was nothing different from the initial meeting, sex, to post-nut clarity, to afterwards next day conversation.
Going
It was
there
like,
first.
whoa, you know what I mean?
Post-nut
She
clarity.
still piqued my interest.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Sex on the first date does not make you unworthy of, you know what I mean, being in a relationship, because I personally do not judge you off your past, because that's your past. We are at square one. Me and you are at square one, not me, you, and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the
Mhm.
things is we not really answering what Veda asking, and it's the scenario when we giving them like how would we feel? Are we judging them post
Mhm.
having sex? Me personally, I think it's a maturity level at that particular thing. Like, one, I'm not judging them for
Mhm.
actually doing the act, and I think that's the kind of thing that we kind of pointing to. That's because they had the act. What kind of thoughts are being put into our heads at that point? Because one, she just slid by him. It was like, "Hey, I just wanted to, come by. We had sex. Oh, I'm about to go." Are we putting the season on our own head that because she wanted to go,
Right, like,
this
did
is
she-
something normally do?
Did she have it in her head already, or
Yeah.
was it a chemistry thing?
I
That's
mean,
what I'm trying to say.
I'm
Like,
gonna say
yeah.
it's a
did she
chemistry
say,
thing.
"I'm gonna slide on you"? Because she knew it was like, oh, it's nothing else to do.
It's
It's
a
9
carnal
o'clock.
desire.
It's 9 o'clock. Like we can't be doing nothing else. Like
All right.
they have that
Mhm.
moment of clarity with themselves
Mhm.
before
Yeah.
anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So does she call and she say like, "Yo, I mean, she had that conversation like, I'm gonna slide on him and see what's up. Like,
Mhm.
if I can go get something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or was it one of those things like, I really
And-
just want to see him again?
I think
We hung out. The chemistry led us to where we led to.
I think it's a combination of
How do you
both.
tell?
I feel like, well, how do you tell? If it's been 2 weeks, then like I say, all you got is 2 weeks of current information to figure out if her intentions were, like you said, was, the chemistry just led one thing to another. But then again, even if they did have the premeditated thought to go with it, you know what I'm saying? Like as an adult, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's your thought process. You just wanted to, like you say, try before you buy. But in relationship to that, isn't the woman the prize and not necessarily the ass? You know what I'm saying? So why would the ass be like a deal breaker if you get it?
That's
No,
true.
it's because it's a societal construct about,
Is the woman the prize and
And
not the ass?
Like,
is-
I mean, the
I-
quality of the woman
I-
versus
they
the
can
pussy.
argue that about women being the prize in a second, but
But
what I'm saying is that more so with the woman, it's just a societal construct because they feel like they don't pose to give up, sex in a certain time frame. That it makes them more valuable in a long term.
Wait,
Which it doesn't fucking matter. It does not.
nah, not for me.
And I don't. I'm in a different mindset at this age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Very-
we can
very
only
different.
speak on it from this age
Yeah.
because if we'd have had this 20 years ago
Mhm.
and you asked that same question, are you gonna look at it differently the
I
next
probably
day?
will.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
And then now even
you'll see
answering that self, even knowing that was your answer, and you answer yourself, why?
it's because of what the woman perceived themselves in that moment too.
Well, I guess you got.
I think it's gives a lot of we getting a lot of the projection from the woman in that moment. That's why we having this debate now. Like, do you feel different
Mhm.
if you have sex on the first date? Like you said, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have sex, and as long as they're gonna stay consistent in who they are,
Yeah.
it's gonna go.
But I think that goes with age, like you said, with us and with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even them being younger, their mindset is not where a 40-year-old woman would be. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
A 40-year-old woman will have the maturity to be able to come over and be like, yo, Vader, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Or Vader
and
let's chill.
still get up, make your breakfast, leave,
Yeah.
call you later and say, hey, you want to go out to eat tonight? You know what I'm saying?
And it was
So-
nothing.
Let's put it out there like this, like what Vader was saying, that like, it was just the confusion between did she just want to have this chemistry with me and
Right.
it happened,
Mhm.
or she's just asking to just slide through. That's
Mhm.
gonna make him think different. What if she come and present that to you like, hey, I was really liking your vibe, I want to smash, and you smash. Are you looking at her differently after that?
I
Is
think
she-
so.
bro?
Yeah.
naturally, I mean,
Why would you look different on
Yeah.
that? If she-
I would think
if she be
think
more
that
vocal about she wanted to smash, or she
no, right. That's cool. But I mean, like, and it's no, see me to me, I categorize. So it's like, so if you come over here and you let it be known that this is what you coming over for, I put you in the
That's what I was
Smash
thinking
buddy
in
or
my-
something,
in my
or-
mind, yeah.
why you sliding through the
I mean, I wouldn't categorize her. and you
I'll put
wouldn't
it in
do
like the hookup
Mhm.
buddy, right? Space, right?
Your romantic friend.
And
that. The lady of the night.
if it blooms from that,
Shut up,
then cool. But I would, but that'll be kind of the general space that I keep her in, right? I wouldn't
Okay.
be
You wouldn't be quick to put her in.
after the time we smash, I wouldn't call her again, or you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be trying to hang out with her unless we trying to do the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
But
that's what I was
But
trying.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like doing that and just be like, okay, let's call her to go to dinner. I'll be calling the person that I didn't smash to go to dinner.
So
But that's-
you
or
so
whatever
in
the
that
may
case,
be.
you are looking for more and you just settled for what she was willing to dish
give
out.
out
That's what
that
it sound
time
like.
exactly.
But then
So that's
why would
Right.
you look at her different when
that's
It's
your
you.
mindset.
You was
she
in
was her
control of it.
approach was true?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you were in control of that situation because you could have just been like,
Nah.
man, I'm looking for something
I
deeper
want to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? I
other than
wanna-
your
you know,
vagina.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's how he made it sound.
I know,
That's what he said.
Yeah,
But that's
what
what he said. Like,
turn it
but,
down.
but me personally,
I'm not
it's just
turning
like
nothing
And she got my
Yeah.
number. It was because
me
she
personally
was-
though. Nah, but me personally, I think like
see what Vader's
I
saying,
don't
though.
really, I wouldn't even be mad at her for that. You know what I mean? Because it is a tribal. No, I ain't saying
What I'm
respect
saying,
them for it.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like when you place
Mhm.
yourself in a certain category, I'm leaving you in that category.
Okay.
If we went on a date and you decide to come back, we gonna have a nightcap, we have a drink or something, and watch a movie or something like that, and it leads to that, then I can say, okay, it was chemistry that got us there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if you come over and you tell me like, hey, I need to sample that, I need a little bit of that, You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Okay,
I
I'm
agree
putting
then.
you. I'm putting
Oh,
you in the
yeah,
place
right.
of
I
like
agree.
my 9 o'clock buddy.
A hookup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
That's what
agree.
I'm putting you at.
You told me that's what you coming to do.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
gonna
Okay,
treat
that's
you
what I'm
as.
saying.
And
That's all I was saying.
especially if it's
And
good.
we've never
If
had no
it's good,
conversation.
then that's
not
all.
gonna
Yeah,
value
that's
her
what I
as-
was-
as a
that's
good
what I mean to
person
say
or a
about-
relationship person.
But that's what I mean to say. What it's nothing to the imagination because that's all you can. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
what
like
she placed
that's
herself.
that's the perspective that
So,
that she gave.
What
you.
I'm
You know
saying
what
about what I'm judging is like, okay, I'm judging that this is the relationship that she wants to have.
Yeah, I agree.
This is what this is
Maybe-
the relationship she sets to have.
Yeah.
But
Even if she
maybe-
did
No.
want to have sex that night,
Mhm.
you have to keep your mouth
Wait.
closed and let it happen.
Wait a minute. The parameters that you said is that all right, 2 weeks. Then she tell you, hey, I want to slide through and I want to smash. You still categorizing, even the 2 weeks y'all got to know it. Even if she giving you information like,
If-
hey, I'm looking for a relationship. I got a long-term relationship. I was just this highly sexual person.
She
I had
can't
this
say
high
that.
sexually energy.
Oh, okay.
She can't say it.
No.
Yeah, but
I
if she-
ain't let you finish. My bad. Go
But
ahead.
if she relaying this information to you, and then just one day like, all right, 2 weeks pass, I don't have no time frame on when I fuck. I want to smash, Vader. You still just put it in that 9 o'clock buddies thing because she said
So
or you just
I
did that?
I think it's
That's a good one.
it's
That's a good
I
one.
think it's
I don't
I
think
think
it's
it's
a
the
good one.
question.
I
No,
think
it's
perfect.
it's if our conversations in that time frame, we talking on the phone, whatever, is sexually based, and she come out and say that, you're going to 9 o'clock buddy. You're going to 9 o'clock buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it even if you come to me out the blue, you're going into that 9 o'clock because that's not a norm for
Mhm.
the space that they operate in, right?
Okay.
Unless you looking for to be put in that space, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you come to me
I'm not gonna
for
agree.
dick,
But continue.
then I'm gonna be
I'ma
dick.
disagree too.
That's it.
But she do it like even I don't even like even the word.
And I'm not saying that
You
she
said
didn't want to
that-
smash, but I'm saying
Yeah.
she didn't let it happen. She
Even
didn't
the
let it
wording,
escalate
but
to it.
what-
I'm
if
looking
she-
for a relationship, but I'm a highly sexual person.
No, I'm just saying that she relaying that she's a highly sexual
Mhm.
person.
The-
But ultimately,
her
it
saying
comes
she's a
to-
highly sexual person to me, the
Means that she
the
wanna
relationship
be,
is kind of gone. 'Cause
yeah,
it's
no,
like,
right. She's looking at me as a fuck buddy.
No,
Are y'all
it ain't
really
gotta be
gonna-
like that.
Are y'all really going to dismiss this person that because they have like high sexual
not
energy?
dismiss them, not
You
dismiss
did-
them.
But you putting them
I'm
in a
placing them in
category,
another
of a
category.
certain. You put
So
them in
you're
a
taking
certain
away their
category.
ability to be in a relationship
Right.
because they are a highly sexual person.
Well,
Maybe that's
then
why
if-
they not in one. They too
Exactly.
highly
Exactly.
sexual.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Saying?
Who said it
If
was
if
men
if
on
if,
men?
if,
every
getting
damn
into
body.
if getting into a relationship,
Y'all
if getting
can't
into
do
a
that.
relationship
Mhm.
was the objective, then that should stay your number one objective.
And
But
that's
what's the
all-
The
wrong-
moment
what's-
you change it from being in a relationship to now expressing me your sexual needs,
Mhm.
you made me feel like you took me from boyfriend to a sexual partner, right?
Mhm.
So when you start telling me, well, I need to be pleased and I need to do this. So now you're telling me all this stuff we talked about relationship, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? You're not letting this manifest anymore.
Mhm.
You jumped over that to the sex part. So now you're telling me that we need to, you know what I'm saying, let it grow and we need to jump into this sex part because I'm really backed up. I'm
Okay.
really horny
Well-
or whatever the case may be. So now I'm looking at, okay, so she jumped into the sex buddy category.
Well,
That's
I don't
just
look
the
at it like
conversation
that.
we talking
Wait,
Because,
wait.
mhm.
Now, I like Vader's answer.
Yeah.
I want to hear what your answer is because you said y'all dismissed them. If
Right,
that
right.
same situation was poised to you, what and how are you proceeding?
So I'm more objective in those things. So I'm not compartmentalizing people just based on one thing that they're saying.
Mhm.
It's just you have to digest that person as a whole. If
This
they go-
the same 2 weeks though. This the same 2 weeks. Okay.
If
yeah.
we having this conversation and stuff like that, and the ultimate goals like, you know, I'm looking at have a significant other, everything like that. These are facets of my personality. I'm maybe a highly sexual person and everything like that. And then we get to the end of the 2 weeks and it's sexually charged. I'm not judging her.
Right.
I'm not putting it like, oh, I'm just gonna only smash her. It's if you get to that point, I know he want this to happen organically, but if it's different,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But look,
but it's no different. It's you saying, I see you are attractive. I'm sexually attracted to you.
Yeah.
I want this to fucking happen, and you do it. I'm not just saying, oh,
Okay.
I'm throw you in this damn garbage, and you know,
we
easy over here now.
we took that approach of her expressing
Mhm.
herself. Why not just wait until 2 days later till y'all go on a date and get it out the way? You know what I'm saying? Like it's ways
You
of doing
said
it.
you went on a date, and then she came back and she
No,
just
you were
wanted to
saying
smash.
that if y'all having a phone conversation
Yeah.
and she told you like I'm really a sexual person or something, and I
I'm
need
just
like
saying in
a
that
certain
2-week window.
okay,
Let's
right.
put the context right.
We taking the date was the but in that context
let's
is
put
the
the
date
context
in there?
right.
Is
Let's
the
put the
date in there
context
or
right.
is it not in there? That's what I'm saying.
No,
The
your-
date matters to me, is what I'm saying.
what matters to you. Your
nah.
scenario is the 2 weeks and the date, and then after she slide in there. So
Exactly.
that's the context. So she slide. This is what you present. You had the 2-week window, then y'all
Yeah,
had on the
date.
date, and then she slide over and I have sex.
Right.
I elevated to in the 2 weeks, she was telling you this is the type of person or this is part of her characteristics.
Mhm.
And then she tell you flat out, y'all want to have sex with you versus, getting just having sex with you and getting up and leaving you doing these particular, having a different type of judgment of her.
So I mean,
Is
you're
she
right.
more
In that last
sexually aggressive?
in that last statement, what you saying? Like when she was telling you how she felt, are you saying that y'all still went out, or she just is now after 2 weeks she started to express herself to you like, yo, I'm really a sexual person?
It's still a parallel to the scenario you gave. I just put in there in that 2 weeks that I said you getting to know each
Yeah.
other. In that 2 weeks, she lets you know that she's
I
it's just a
understand that.
characteristics
Yep.
of her. And then when you get to that mark where y'all go on that date and then she come back to you, how you presented it, and she just said, hey, I want to have sex with you.
Oh, but see, that's different though, right? Because y'all had that opportunity to go out and bond on that date, right?
Mhm.
You had the opportunity so to me, in my head, I would think like, oh, she really feeling the date, she really feeling me, so now she just like she into it, you know what I'm saying? But if it's no date and it's just phone conversation straight to my bedroom,
Mhm.
that's what I thought you were saying.
Oh no, it's still to your scenario.
So that's why I said that. Like, if you told me, it's okay to tell me like after the date we on the way home or something. Like, no, I want to stay the night with you. Hell yeah, I'm feeling that. Like, okay, I really did something right for her to, you know what I'm saying? Wanna, you know what I'm saying? Spend the night with me or express herself like that to me. But if we don't get the opportunity to get outside and bond and find and get that little ideal, you know what I'm saying, of just like seeing who we are, whatever the case may be. And you just want to go straight from the phone to the bed from the first time I met you from the gas station or something.
And I feel like that goes along because with like women being very emotional, right? So I feel like women connect to me in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Basically connect to people. Hell. So I feel like, women that are highly sexual, women that are want to have sex on the first date or don't mind having sex on the first date, that's a way for them to emotionally connect to you. But if that's the only way that they know how to do it, then you will never be able to see anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't. It would be no other way around seeing anything if that's the only way that they know how to emotionally connect to you is by having sex.
How would you find that out? How would you find that out?
By not having sex.
If you assume no, just how would you find out? If you just gave your thesis on a woman and how they emotionally connect.
Right.
And if it's only emotionally connecting to sex, how are you finding that out?
What you mean? How you find it out?
How are you finding that out? Are you spending that time having this conversation with her about this? Or
no.
You
want to have sex? You just having sex.
Oh, you assuming this because you want to have sex?
Yeah. Am I assuming it because they want to have sex?
Because you want to have sex.
That I'm saying that's what'll be playing through your mind. Like that's the only thing that you'll see. You know what I'm saying? I won't be.
I would.
Yeah, of course. We all assuming that's what we doing right
that's
now.
What I'm saying. So you're gonna assume and not get the proper information you need from her, right? To know if you can move forward with her.
What would be the proper information?
Having a conversation with her.
You had the conversation when she told you she was highly
even if she a highly sexual person.
She's a highly sexual person.
And you assume that's the
that's
only
the conversation.
way she can connect to people.
Yes, because to me, listen, it's almost to me like a bait. You know what I'm saying? Women already know how men gonna react to sex. You know what I'm saying? So to me, don't even bring it up. Don't bring up sex. Don't bring up having sex. Let's try to emotionally connect in another way. Because regardless what Vader just say, he don't care what's going on. If he hears sex, you roll and smash, he gonna smash. He ain't trying to get to know you. If you throwing it, he gonna take it, right?
So do y'all
women know that? So you know what I'm saying?
What's the
sex on a first date or not? Because if the axis, the chemistry happens and y'all have sex, how do y'all feel about that person after? Because now this is where we at now.
I don't know. I'm gonna say first date, boom. You know what I mean? First day you want to go back to the crib and smash. That's cool. You know what I mean? What's wrong with that? And I'm not gonna feel nothing different about you if the chemistry is still there tomorrow. And that's gonna just tell me. I mean, realistically, how far it's gonna go is gonna come from when you call or if you call, because you know what I mean, you could have been just testing the water to see, hey, let me make sure I got a cocksmith over here because I can't be dealing with no little boy.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, you lay it down straight and she call you.
Well,
you know,
if she like you, she not gonna tell you dick little anyway.
That's true.
basically.
That is true.
I mean, she ain't gonna like you then if your dick little. So it's just like you're not getting a call back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be slanging a meat saber.
So
it's like
I get it. I love the organic. I want just like y'all. I want everything to be organic. I want it to be chemistry. I want it to be we adults and we make a consistent choice at the end of the night. But everybody have an opportunity to move forward. And I'm not even whatever's relayed in the window, and we're not gonna hop just on that.
Okay.
Whatever relayed in that window, I'm not gonna have a judgment to put it over here and not to try to find out who she is.
Okay, this is what I was just gonna explain to you. I said I categorize her, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't move forward. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, remember we said that in the beginning. Remember, we was like
I would feel away like maybe she does this like all the time, but if she called and told me like let's go to dinner tonight,
yeah, that's why we agreed.
I would still go to dinner or something like that, because a perception can change. But what I'm telling you, off of that first date smash,
so we ain't saying it's off the table with the relationship.
It's not. But what's your
Yeah.
energy after that? What's your energy after that?
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be jaded. I'm not gonna say
it's gonna be a barrier to kind of continue to get to know that person. You're not gonna be the objective person you need to be to continue to get to know her after you have sex with her, right? So that's where it's gonna make that situation a little bit more murky.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that it can't be, right? You know what I'm saying? But like I might feel a little bit skeptical about who she is after the sex early, right? But let's say we go on a date and then we don't have sex that night. Or it's just a great organic conversation. We laugh, we joke, we blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? But after then we don't have sex, you know what I'm saying? And we may talk again and go out again or something like that. And we kind of like starting to build a rapport, starting to build something different, then I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if it's just that sex kind of feeling, I'm after sex, I'm gonna like categorize you how I deal with you. Now, I may not call you to go to dinner, but if you ask me to go to dinner, or if you extend, invitation to continue to get to know me, I wouldn't turn it down.
So why you make the woman work more harder after that to impress you or to change your perspective?
Because I told you it's already because it's me. I mean, like that's the whole purpose, right? Don't the person supposed to impress you? Don't the person supposed to work for you?
Yeah,
that's deep, but it's true.
That's deep. I mean,
but
it's a give and take. It's a give and take in it. Everybody in the same game playing the same game. So everybody wants to go touchdowns,
and that's why.
And now you gotta decide who you are and everything. You're gonna be the one to be catching the touchdowns or throwing them, or if you want all the stats. So it's just why in that moment, now it's working. You agree to this act. Why everything is in her court to work harder to get you back into a level playing field.
So beforehand, was everything in her court, and I was the one that was jumping around like a jester.
Nah, it was even playing field. You just met this person.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Come on, y'all. You the one paying for dates. You the one picking them up. You the one doing all these things, calling and all the sweet nothings and everything. That's your job. Until you get to where you need to be.
But you get the vagina in the end. That's
the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm trying to make. So if they make you work hard for all these things, why can't we do that to them? I don't understand that.
No, I'm just sarcastically, but I agree exactly with you. You know what I mean? It's not a pussy is not a prize. I'm just
exactly.
Say that
it's not a gift. It's not a prize. Not nothing.
I
mean,
it goes both ways.
A given. Yeah, pussy is a given because dick and pussy is,
right.
Go
hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
So that's a wash.
So if that's out of
but
the. But
also, let's stop acting like dating is this hard. Like we are court justice as men running around here trying to impress all these women. Attraction is attraction. You go out there and see somebody attractive. Hey, let me take you out. You put it on your own self to pay for these particular dates. You don't have to do that.
I absolutely don't.
Only obligation you have is to get to know that person and see how that person fit in your life and how you fit in theirs.
Okay, so if you get to the date
Yeah, it's on the obligation.
The check comes. You said we're going Dutch. How do you think it goes after that? You don't have to pay for it.
She might snap, or she gonna look at you a certain way.
I
She
mean,
definitely gonna look at
no,
you.
now we gotta
a
live-
No.
We gotta
She's gonna categorize you, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna put you in a certain category.
A broken.
She doesn't mean that she may not go out with you again, but she's definitely gonna put you in a certain category.
That's a whole different conversation
bro.
too, because we kind of involved in this. But I just wanted you to know that it's not that hard, and we don't have to think.
But are
in
you
that
saying you
space.
going Dutch before or at the check?
No, he was saying that we don't have to do the things we do.
Oh,
And I agree, we
No, we
don't
don't.
have to do the things we do, but it's kind of like a given. It's like an unspoken thing
It's like,
Mhm.
that
They
you
are-
just do
it's
these
like you
things,
definitely
right?
You can't expect
So you
to
have
anywhere,
to,
yeah,
right?
if
You have
if
to
you
do
don't
these things
yeah.
because they think their body is the prize, right?
Mhm.
So therefore, and not to saying that that's all you're searching for, but to get them to loosen up, to start liking you or start opening up to you or start, you know what I'm saying, these things like that, you have to be a certain type of guy. Hold the door open, do these things, all these things that you don't have to do, but you do it because that's part of what it is to get to
Mhm.
getting to know this person, right?
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is, since we jumped the gun, we already smashed, right? Now I want to know what's to you. Well, how hard are you gonna work to get to know me? Because like I smashed already. So if you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
so, like, are you gonna put that same effort in to continue to get to know me?
And that's the point that
And
I
that's
was
what I'm
making.
saying. They don't do.
That was the
Even
point I was
after
making. After
organic?
if the relationship
What
is
happened?
still there, if the connection's still there after date one and you let me smash that night, if the connection's still there and I'm still interested in you and you still interested
Right.
in me and we putting up forth for equal effort, cool. We can see what's going to conspire from here.
Go ahead, Don. What you had, Don?
But to yours, I think organic is the only way it's even playing. Like
Yeah,
moved
organic's
out.
even playing field.
Yeah, I think when it's organic, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Don.
Going back to what you said was how are you perceiving them after the fact, right? For me, it would have been a before the fact. Because if we got these 2 weeks, and if in these 2 weeks things ain't lining up, we ain't having sex.
I'm with you on that.
Like I
high
don't
five you
need
on
to.
that.
I'm good, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's not that like we said, it's not that's not the prize for me. You know what I'm saying? If I know I'm dating for something specific, dating, right?
Mm.
Not on the hunt. You know what I'm saying? If I'm dating for something specific and I see you, we talk, we vibing, week one, you know what I'm saying? Date this, few nights, we chilling, you know what I'm saying? No sexual, nothing, you know what I'm saying? We really just chilling, having fun type shit, right? So I'm already seeing, like you said, how are you going to fit in my life? How do I fit in your life? You see what I'm saying? It's all organic in the beginning. Right now, I couldn't say I would be how I was 20 years ago trying to impress somebody.
Right.
That's not happening. I'm not impressing shit. This is what it is. This is what I have. This is what I do. If this does not work for you, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I'm a big fan of my time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like it being wasted. So if those 2 weeks at the end and I'm not feeling you and you feeling me and you trying to hit, I'm good, bro.
What about the initial date? So let's say, of course, even if it's in between the 2 weeks you're getting to know them, but you go on a date and you had a good time and it's kind of trending towards this. Would you still hit or would you deny? You deny this?
I think it's situational, but off top, if I haven't approached this with a sexual attitude, I think I'm more turned off by you doing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to chill and really get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done that shit before, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something I ain't done. You know what I
I
mean?
got you on that.
So it's like, now you boring me. You know what I'm saying? Because now you want to do some regular shit. That's regular me. You know what I'm saying? You want to impress me? Hey, so I was thinking, tomorrow let's go to Athens. Georgia? No, Greece. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
I'm scared to fly, but I
You know what I'm saying? So like I say, and it just all initially starts with what you was, I don't want to say what you was looking for, but what you would be willing to allow during that time. You know what I'm saying? Or what you're like if sex on the first date is going to be a problem, don't do it. If sex on the first date is going to make you consider them in a different light, don't do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if you had a notion to hit that anyway, shit, and I'm not talking about just us, but you know, them too. If they had a notion to hit that anyway, all right, like it's an act, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I agree with you on the if it doesn't work, it's no use to us even continuing the conversation.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't saying that I was going
No, I was
deal
talking
anyway.
me.
with somebody anyway.
No,
just
I
to
was
crack.
talking me. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
no, I'm
Like
not
when
saying
you
that.
was explaining yours.
I'm saying that when you dating somebody, you think it's a potential, but then she throw that ringer in there. It's like, yo, I ain't gonna say I just wanna, but I kind of been deprived and I need to like, be satisfied. So if that comes before us actually hanging out,
Yeah.
judgment.
If that comes before us actually hanging out, I'm gonna veto it.
Yeah, I may turn it
Because I don't have to. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not obligated to. And if you feel that
so when you veto it, do you still like date it or you just vetoing the whole
I'm just
idea?
vetoing it right now. You know
The
what I'm
whole
saying? Like,
idea?
yeah, that right now. Like I'm not interested in that right now. You know what I'm saying? I understand you may be backed up and shit like that.
What I'm saying, do you not talk to the girl no more? You vetoing the whole thing, or you just vetoing the sex part?
I'm just vetoing that statement. You know what I'm saying? It's a no for me right now.
Yeah, I agree
because
with that.
they can say no. Why I can't say no? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not.
That's
I don't want to put it like this. I'm giving you a chance to not be categorized.
100%.
No,
but that's not. I agree with that. I don't know if I would do that, but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you do know that it's like you said that if you did go down that road, you would categorize
for sure. For sure.
That's all.
And I think you categorizing not on purpose. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Right. That's not right. It's not that I'm intentionally trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
it definitely becomes more like well, damn, she just came over and bust me down.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Just experience. It's by
bring
experience.
chicken with you next
know
time. You know what I'm
certain
saying?
type of.
But you're gonna intentionally create a barrier because she came and bust down.
Nah. Because if she came over,
you know what? I think
she
y'all
bust
making
me down, right?
We supposed to be talking from a man's perspective.
That's what I'm saying. Depending on
y'all,
we are.
We ain't
I'm
that
talking,
difficult.
I'm talking from my perspective right now. I can't speak for me 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From my perspective right now, she came over, she bust me down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then the conversation and the chemistry moving forward is still interesting. It's still trending that way for sure.
So I think we all agree on that, right?
Yeah, we agree with that. So there's two things. All right, so we want it to happen organically and naturally, just to happen. Because I think one of the biggest cases for Veda is that if the woman want to have sex or express that she want to have sex, is not because of him or for him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he'll categorize it, because she's being selfish in that moment. So even if it's sex on a first date, are we having that conversation or are we letting it naturally build
I ain't
up?
talking about that shit.
Yeah,
on some real shit.
Like,
You're not talking about what?
If she asks
at all,
not
on the first date.
So I'm just talking about something. If it's trending that way, y'all vibing. And
if it's trending that way, I'm gonna rock with you.
Y'all scaring me.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's your view?
If you throw it out there,
my view is that
we talking you now, not you 20 years ago.
Well, I'm not y'all or everybody. No, I'm not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we read way too much into it. I think, like Pac-Man said, I think it's situational. I mean, who said that? Don said it, right?
Yeah,
it's situational. I mean, we talking about turning down sex. Like, what I'm saying, how many times have we turned down sex?
I said I want to be objective in that sense to moving forward, even if we have sex. It's not swaying.
If you're attracted to a woman,
swaying me,
and she's attractive to you,
yeah.
What?
I've
If she's
that
willing
shit
to have a
before.
consensual sex, you're not gonna have consensual sex.
I vetoed it before.
You said what happened?
I have vetoed that shit before.
I'm not saying you can't.
No, I have. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Listen,
I have turned it
listen
down.
to him, Reese. He have.
I have. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
She put that pussy on his shoulder. He was like,
Nah, I'm
no,
good, bro.
bitch.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
she probably offered it. She probably wasn't. She was sitting next to you.
What you mean?
She was sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
Oh, you was on the phone.
Nah, it was right next to you.
Nah,
You punched
she
her
was
in the
ass
cat.
naked next to you.
And walked. I'm straight.
And he ran.
Nah, I walked.
You already smashed?
Nah.
You punching her in the cat. You was just
Yeah, boy.
get that shit out my face.
I just slid, bro.
I mean,
It just I just wasn't on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? It just it was put it like this. I can't explain it, but I felt offended. You know what I'm saying? I felt offended, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro."
I would.
Ladies,
Why would you
That would
feel
have been a
offended?
whole
Take heed in
different
that.
narrative.
Because
I'd
it's
have
like
been
that's
snatching my
what this
clothes.
what you think of me.
me and get
You know what I'm
offended.
saying?
Oh man.
My clothes would have been.
And this was
coming
this
out.
was
The audacity
this
of
was
you,
a young
you
version of me,
nasty
bro.
I don't
tramp.
know.
But we
I've
know a
turned
young
it-
version of
I've
you.
turned
though.
it
That's
down.
what I'm saying.
When I was already-
You see what I'm saying? So
it
it's
was
like
on the rocks, right? You know what I'm saying? I
So
wasn't
then maybe
like
you wasn't
I
attracted
was. It
to it
was
then.
50-50. I was
Probably
like,
not.
I do
Probably
it,
would've
but
worked.
you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the only way.
but
I
we never
turned it
got
down.
there.
Ain't,
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
You
ain't
wasn't
none that I
attracted
wanted to
to it.
smash.
That's what I'm
turned
saying.
down. That was offered to me. That I wanted to smash. Worth smashing that I didn't smash.
Right.
Only time I did turn something down because I wasn't interested or I was like shaky on it.
That's
what I was saying.
Don was on.
It was like
no.
Yeah, I was the
we
same
we
way.
never
I got
like
a- I got-
really got there. You know what I'm saying?
I got a
And then
98%
some.
yes rate.
That's his fucking Yelp review. Like I'm like, yep, he got a good Yelp review.
We're not that
I'm gonna call back.
Like I can understand, and I know we can all agree. I know we can all agree. We can all agree we've turned down sex
Yeah.
because you wasn't attracted to that person. Like that's just what it
Absolutely.
was. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna tell me
that you
that you attracted to somebody that's throwing
Right
something
there.
at you and they right there and you gonna turn it down. That girl
Hell
you wasn't
no.
attracted to.
No.
No, but I think that's not the issue because we all say yes
Right.
if
That's
it's
why I try to
mutual.
say we
If
not
it's a
that
mutual
We got that
attraction,
shit.
I think
Mutual-
you. I think
we
you
all say
would.
yes, but it's the next step after.
Oh,
The next step
But
after
we all
that.
agree, like it does
Depends.
have to be.
It'd be organic.
Yeah, it has to be.
But
Yeah,
it has to be
also-
organic.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you feel like
Yeah.
it's a natural action.
Mhm.
If it wasn't organic, if
Mhm.
you just slid over and we cracked, it's not natural. If
It's
it
not-
was
that's
something
because
that
it wasn't
happened
nothing there.
Because let's say we went to breakfast that morning, and then later that night you want to come over and hang out. I just
And we
want to
just kicked it.
we
Yep.
kicked it or something. I feel like that's organic, right?
Yeah.
If you just hit me up on some, man, what you doing? I'm finna come over real quick, and you come over, and
Just the type of
we
time
ain't
you
even been
on.
we ain't been in the house 30 minutes, and we already getting it in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
That-
saying?
That's when it got vetoed.
And then 20
nah.
minutes after that, you trying to walk out the door?
I got two stories.
That's
Y'all
what I'm
know I always
saying.
got
20
stories.
minutes.
I got
20
two
minutes
stories.
after that wouldn't have happened because I'd have been
I
like,
ain't tryna
nah,
walk out the door.
I'm glad I got my boys back.
No, goddamn. I got two stories for you. First one, she may be watching this podcast. I'm sorry. But so the first one, so I met this girl like a couple of years ago. The first time I ever met her and stuff like that. And we was talking, we had it wasn't even a date, it was like an impromptu date. Like we was really getting to know each other. And we spent like hours like just talking and stuff like that face to face. And this is kind of weird. She's like, it started getting night. It started breaking in from dusk to night and shit like that.
Mhm.
She was like, nighttime is sexy time. I get like really aroused at night. So being a man I am,
Wait, that was actually said
that was actually said
in that way.
in that way.
I'd have left.
So I was like, being a man I am, she was fine and shit like that. I was like, man, I want to clap them cheeks. I was like, you can I'm right up the street from the house. Just come on down. She was like, no, I don't want to do that stuff. I was like, well, you can come on down and you can chill and stuff like that. All right. So we did the do.
Yeah.
To spare the details of it. But she was a really good person. And we
Right.
dated after. I was being objective and stuff to get to know her after that. And that was like literally the first few hours we knew each other. She said that weird line, like nighttime is sexy time. She used to get aroused at night. And I was like, yeah, that's cold. Does she want to smash? But I stayed the course to get to know who she was.
Yeah,
Even though we're not together now.
I
but
think-
I still we still dated.
I
We got the next episode. Where are they now?
I
Yeah.
100%
we
tell
had
you, I
sex
would have left.
often after that.
I would have left.
Sex was good.
And that's what I mean. So were you able to even establish that it wasn't a lustful thing? And when did y'all
Yeah.
stop? How long did y'all date after?
We dated
Was it till the lust ran out? If you talk about we dated 7 months. That was when the lust ran out.
we dated about a year. I mean, it was a year. I feel we did relationship stuff.
It wouldn't have made it that far.
It was funny. It was weird, but it's funny. It's funny and weird.
So
But,
Every time it got dark.
it wasn't lustful things. 'Cause I got to know who she was, and we built upon that.
and that's where it would have ended for me because you done already got weird off top, and I'm cool. Like I
What did she
like
say again?
unique, but
Nighttime is
Nighttime
sexy time.
I'm through.
I swear to God.
You already sound
Right
like
hand
a
to God.
star. You sound like you crazy.
Right hand to
I'm
God.
through.
And then my second story, this is years ago back in college.
Sure,
She
buddy.
probably watched the damn. Yes, years ago. Yeah, she probably watched this podcast too. So I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am not. I had a one night stand with her, and it was in her dorm room, and we had sex, and then the next morning,
A lot of
got up
organic
to leave.
one night stands going on.
yeah, I was a thought, but got up and stuff. So she's like
98%.
98% yes rate. But yeah, she got up. We only got up the next morning and shit like that. I tried to treat it as a one night stand, but she kind of cried and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, maybe I kind of reel back in and get to know who she was. And it was one of the best.
Bait.
She guilt tripped you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm about to say she got you.
But she's a great person. She ended up getting a great person and stuff like that.
So and that's
So
for
that's
me,
why
that's the thing. It's
that's why I
like
tend to be an objective
feel
person in
like-
those situations.
which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I just feel like if we trying to get to know each other, why are you talking about this? You know what I'm saying? Why is that a conversation? That's not my conversation.
The first one was,
I didn't say nothing about that. You
The
know
first
what I'm
one
saying?
was
Like
that.
I personally, if we dating, bro, like let's just date. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? If we not gonna move around with each other, you know what I'm saying? Like I for what? For what? You know what I'm saying? I already got categories where I can go get that from. You know what I'm saying? If we trying to date, I don't want to talk about that.
Maybe she want to be in that category, so you don't have to.
I don't
Go
want
back
to talk
to
about that. Like, because again, at 41,
Mhm.
I'm looking for something different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
It's the only way she can emotionally connect to you, sir.
who
Your penis.
how you know?
So basically, we can wrap it up. But sex on the first date is
A must.
pretty much a situational kind of thing.
98% yes rate for me.
You know, it's pretty much a situational thing.
And I'm giving
I
y'all
think-
tips.
Or if it
I
happens
think we kinda-
organically,
Yeah, mixed
Great.
in
and
how
if
we
it-
would have handled it 20 years ago versus how we
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of that too.
Well, I
Yeah.
paid
I
for this
kinda agree
date.
with
You can
Don
lick my tank.
about some of the his comments.
final thoughts, Pac-Man. Sex on the first date.
At this age, man, it doesn't even matter. It's not the top of the box to check for anybody. If it's organic, man, just do it. You know, if you don't subscribe to some type of social construct that if you give it up, it's gonna ruin something down the line. Just be objective and open to get to know that person and who they are. But if it organically happens, it is what it is. Y'all vets in this game right now. Y'all done had sex plenty of times. Y'all been having sex for like close to 20 years by now. So it's not like it's some foreign thing to do. So
Mhm.
I think sex on the first date is not a big deal to me. I'm not gonna look different on the woman because I'm more objective minded moving forward.
Reese.
Sex on the first date. I'm gonna go back to my emotional connection. I feel like if women want to connect to a man emotionally, using other resources other than sex, then leave sex off the table. Let the man get to know you. You get to know him. And then just let that kind of like what Don said, let that flow into it. I agree with Veda. Like if you bring sex, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? And then you might be categorized, depending on how you handle the situation after. And we've had a lot. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times, sex on the first dates, and they don't go well. They just don't. It's not a lot of people that you having sex with on the first date. And those are some people that you building these relationships with.
I got 100% success rate.
Isaiah, what you
As
got?
Pac-Man
Man?
will tell you.
That ratio just went up over the.
That's sex on the first date relationships.
We lost them, but we built them right back in.
98% yes rate to sex.
Go, man.
sex on the first date, have it. You know what I mean? You feeling the guy, let him get that pussy a black eye. So
Post nut clarity.
really, you know what I mean? If he don't call you in the morning, that dude was born. So it don't even matter. It's a win-win. You know what I mean? You got out of a bad relationship and let him replace your hip. There you go.
That was a good one.
I just say, sex on the first date. It's only safe if it's organic. Any other place of that, it's left up to objectivity. So that's how I stand about sex on the first date.
Me, do what you feel. Do whatever you feel is right. I mean, if you feel like you're gonna feel some type of way the next day, not worrying about what the other person feels like, but if you feel like you're gonna feel like something the next day, don't do it. Don't do shit if you half-ass with it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, yo, I'm finna do this shit and I don't get no fuck, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, we have been the Union Podcast. This has been your sex on the first date talk. But let us know what you think. Are you doing it? You know what I mean? Let us know.
Union Podcast.
Don't say shit about STDs and